Welcome to Island Girl Creative Studio crafting time. I'm going to do a tutorial on the Wagon shelf decor. And it is interchangeable, so there's a subscription that has shelf decor. It's interchangeable with the shelf, which I have here. So same idea, just a different thing. So this sits up on a shelf, and then all of the pieces sit in here so that you can display whatever it is that you're designing for the month. And then the wagon is just another cute version that you can do to have something different if you don't want a shelf. But this is gonna be super boring because I'm just gonna color it all in. I'm gonna paint it, I'm gonna color it brown, because what happens is you put different things into it. It's interchangeable, like everything I love so much. And so basically you don't want it to be any specific color, like it could be a red wagon, but it's mostly a rustic looking wagon. So a lot of typically people do it in brown or black. You can do a white wagon too, but it is supposed to just be the display piece. It is not supposed to be what is the 100% looked at. So whatever's on it is supposed to be the center of your attention. So anyway, I'm just going to give everything a quick coat of brown paint, and then I'm going to assemble, because that is you look at all these pieces and you're like, that's going to make a wagon, and it's like, oh gosh, I was scared too the first time I made this. It's been a few years since I sold these kits. So it's been a couple of years since I've made a tutorial for it. I don't think I did make a tutorial for it, but here we are today because one of my fun customers, hi Susan, has it. And funny story, she has all of the parts that you see here except for this. So she's kind of like, how does this go together, and how do you do this? And I was like, oh my gosh, she showed me a picture of what she has, and I'm like, well, you're missing a key ingredient there, I guess. It's the backing or the bottom. Oh, I'm being ridiculous with this. I'm trying to get it done quickly, but I'm getting, gotta hold them all down. So yeah, so here's yours right here, Susan, if you're watching. That is going to be yours. It goes out in your kit, your monthly kit. I'm just putting it in there, so you'll get it in a couple of days. Oh, that's weird. It says there's something in my driveway. Let me go look. A bunny? Oh, it's a bunny rabbit. Okay. Sorry, I had to do a quick timeout because nobody's supposed to be here, and I know the horses aren't out, so I was wondering what would make my driveway cam go off. And it's a bunny, which is super cute. I like bunnies. We have a bunny. He lives in the living room. His name is Mr. Buns. Actually, I think it's Bun Potato McGee. Mr. Bun Potato McGee. Anyway, so yeah, he's in our living room and he lives there. And we get to see him every day. He's very sweet. Likes to interact. He loves being pet. He'll demand it too. If you are in my living room and he can get to you, he will run up to you and demand that you pet him. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen a bunny demand something, but it's pretty darn cute. So most of us stop everything we're doing and pet the bunny. All right, I think we've got it. So all the pieces are now painted. And like I said, I usually do this in a black, but I kind of wanted to do it in brown just so it would be a little bit lighter. I don't know if I said that. Well, even I did. If I didn't say that, that's what I meant to say. Okay, so we've got the bottom of the wagon. We've got the sides. This is essentially the back and the front of the wagon. I'm going to push them around. This is the left side, the right side. And then the wheels go underneath here. They actually don't have an axle. They just sit on the side. So gluing this is a little bit tricky just because there's so much moving parts and they're small. And you do have to wait for it to dry. So what I like to do is put the glue on the parts. Oop. Always put that on something so that if the glue drips, you are not going to cry about it. So I like to put it like this, and it is not cut exactly to fit. It sticks out, so it kind of looks like a Lego truck, or like, no, a Lincoln log, right? Lincoln logs, that's what it is. So you're going to give that a second to adhere. There we go. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I don't know if it's, I've got weird shadows and stuff going on in here because I have not got the lighting right yet, and it's getting dark out. I'm fighting a cold of some sort, so I am home this week. So, trying to get tutorials done. I should be working tonight, but instead I am doing a tutorial because I can sit at home and do stuff. It's the kind of cold, I'm on cold pills right now, but it's the kind of cold where I feel crummy, I have no energy, and my nose was running a whole bunch, but sometimes the pill slows that down, which it has. But then I go into these sneezing fits where I just sneeze, 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 sneeze. And so, yeah, I don't want to be in public for that. Okay, so now that that's glued, we're going to turn it on its side. And now we're going to put on the slats to make it look like it is super cute. Okay. So if you start with the front one, it might give it enough weight to not flip over. And you can paint both sides. I didn't paint both sides because of the back. It's only going to face one way. But try to make it as straight as you can. And then hold on for a second while it dries. And then I start on the next one. This is where they sit, right inside. Goats are making noise and the dogs are like, what's outside? Goats. It's time for dinner, according to the goats. Okay, and then the last one will go over here. Sorry, I'm looking. I get distracted easily. There's a window right there, and I can see cars driving by. And we don't. We live on dead end, so we don't usually have a lot of cars driving by. But okay, so there's one side, and then you'll flip it over, and keep in mind that you will see one side of these slats, right? So you're not going to face the unfinished sides together. You're going to have an unfinished side facing a finished side. So that way the back of it, if you do see it, is going to be brown. Oh, glued myself to the project. Okay, but also keep in mind that you can paint both sides, or you can just be lazy like me and only paint one side. I might just paint it just so you can have it. Because if you, it doesn't roll, it just sits. It's a display piece. But just depending on how you have it. Like I'm assuming there's going to be a front and a back of it. Which maybe there is. But if you do this, then there doesn't matter if there's a front and a back. And all sides are covered. And this looks like, when you're using brown paint, if you do a nice light coat, it looks like a stain. So it actually has like a stained look. Okay, now assuming you got enough glue on there, it'll work. All right, we'll set that over here. And then for the wagon pulley, these hold on to that and then attach it to the front of the wagon. So there's 2 holes here. Oh, my family just got back from a drive, so the dogs are going to start to bark. These sit inside like this and hold it. So you have to glue everything together as an assembly. So that being said, you want to decide how you want, if you want it to stand up like that, which I think is adorable, then we do like that. So just, told you. Puppies. It's just our family coming home. Well, I'm going to shut the door. Okay. Okay, and then you glue, how do you say it, like this? You glue this into here. This tutorial isn't going so good because you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so these pieces go inside. You know what? I'm gonna try to, how's the camera? So there's 2 long pieces and they go inside like that and they go all the way forward just like that. And they stick out on the inside. So you can just glue, actually you can glue wherever it's touching. So you just want to give it a little bit of glue so it holds on and it doesn't move anymore. We don't want it to move. Ta-da! Okay, so that's going to dry. And while that's drying, look at it, it's already coming together. The wheels, which I also only did one side of the wheels. So when you're putting them on, make sure that you are putting them the right way. They go into, there's little tiny holes on the bottom and those go into those. And so you just want to glue those onto there as well. I'm just going to put glue on all of them. And I'm going to get them all ready to go. And then you just sit the wheel in that space. And again, creating all the brown facing one way. And you want to make sure that they glue on fairly straight because there is a flat bottom to these to make this stand up. Takes a second. The gel has to dry. So I'm wondering, what do you think about this angle? So there's a camera above me looking down at what I'm doing, and then there's a camera right there looking at me. I don't know if it's necessary to have them both. Do we like both, or do we only need one? Oops. I put it on the wrong side. That's okay. There we go. Okay. And then the same for this. So So we're just going to hold those wheels on there until they dry. I just want to create a stable platform for them to sit on. Takes a few seconds, but it's okay. It will dry. This is, again, this is the super glue gel. It is great because it gives you a minute to adjust, but it also has to take time to dry. So while you have to give it a minute to dry, the idea is that if you have a mistake that you need to work with, then you can fix it before it dries. I think it needs more glue here. Because of the lighting, I thought the lighting, I swear I did a video the other night with this lighting, but I think I might have had a little thing on over here. It's just really dark and it's hard for me to see. Okay. One more wheel and then we'll flip it over and show you the magic. Okay, so as you can see, I just used the brown. That was it. Pretty boring. Just one color. But some of them are just about making the foundation pieces, and then, you know, the color comes in all of the other things that we do. All right, let's cross our fingers that it's dry. I think it is. It looks like it is. And ta-da! Okay, it's hard to see. Hold it up. So there's the wagon, and that's how it's put together. Something that we noticed about this is that things sit deep in there. So you actually don't always see the, let's just say, I mean, this isn't the correct insert for this, but yeah, this camera view is hard to show you. So you see how it sits inside of it? It's cute, right? Because it's inside of the wagon. But it would be better if it was a little higher. And this moves because this wasn't glued, and so it's kind of cute because it is not functional, but you know what I mean. So anyway, there's a shelf that you can sit in there to lift everything up. It's called a riser, and I can do a tutorial on that next. But yeah, it's just really cute. It's dainty. It's got like little wagon shape to it. It's just adorable. I just freaking love it. So, and just make sure you glue everything on there. This wheel seems a little loose. It just needs some more glue. Yeah, I popped the wheel off. Where did I put the glue? Here it is. Okay, a little more glue. Sounds like my family's out there feeding the goats now. Okay. Ta-da. All right, anyway, so that's the tutorial on how to create the wagon. It does take a minute, it takes some time. You have to wait for drying glue, you have to wait for pieces to be ready to go, but as soon as it is, then it goes all together and it just looks like this. Super adorable. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to, I don't think this is for sale right now. This was from a long time ago project. And the person who has it just happened to is building it, and so needed a tutorial. So this is for her, and then for anybody else who might be interested in the wagon. Hope you're having a great night. I'm gonna go eat dinner, and then I'll be back to make another tutorial. And it's gonna be something that I've never shown you before, so it'll be something new and exciting. Okay, see you soon.